on and let's talk about Hunter Schafer, who has a new movie coming out this week that I actually want to see. It's called Cuckoo. I was trying to say, I can't say cuckoo regular, So she's got this horror movie coming out from Neon called Cuckoo with, oh my God, what's that actor's that? He's been in everything recently. He was in The Guest. He was in the Godzilla versus Kong. He's been in a lot of damn movies. Dan Stevens, that's his name. It just popped in my head. First of all, I like him. I didn't even know he was English until he did. Because I was like, that's a really good accent. Then kind of find out he's actually English. But I'm like, it seems like that seems to be the case. A lot of English actors are all of a sudden probably. I didn't even know Eddie Munson from Stranger Things was English. But then I started looking at him. I was like, yeah, I could definitely see it because he was playing. He was an English person in A Quiet Place, the new one. So anyway, Hunter Shaper's in this new movie that I definitely want to see. They say it's like off the rails bonkers. I definitely want to check it out. Apparently, she dated her Euphoria co-star Dominic Fike, who is a musician. I'm wondering if it's going to be awkward when they all come back. I wonder if he is coming back to the show. I know it's going to be awkward when he comes back to the show and they was in a relationship and he kind of looks like he could be related to Diana Ross. Like he looked like he could be like a little distant cousin or a sibling to, you know, Diana Ross' son, the one that married Jessica Simpson's sister. But anyway, so she said the reason why they broke up because he cheated. Now, over a year after she and Euphoria co-star Dominic Fike's breakup in April of 2023, the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes actress said it was his infidelity during their relationship that led to them parting ways. She said, part of why the relationship ended is because I got cheated on for the first time. This is what she recalled on the August 7th episode of Call Her Daddy. It's part of my truth, but that's fundamentally changed me as a person. After the 25-year-old who noted that Dominic, 28, was the first cis straight identifying man she's ever dated, found out about her former partner's infidelity, she admitted she blamed herself at first, saying, as a trans woman with a man who has never dated that type of person before, she emphasized, because of the way I've been socialized as a trans woman, it's been this crux in my life of what life has been so hard sometimes. I was like, oh God, is this it? Can I just not? But looking back on the situation, Hunter was able to realize it had nothing to do with her. It was everything to do with that person, the kinds of kindness Star added of cheating in general, and whatever kind of pain they're in or whatever they're dealing with. Hunter was also, who also called her year-long romance with the three-night singer her first monogamous relationship, said that she suspected Dominic had been unfaithful ahead of their breakup. She said, you always know, she added, admitted she looked through Dominic's phone for confirmation because I knew I went to the phone, which I'm not proud of. But despite the alleged cheating, Hunter looks back on her past with Dominic fondly, saying it was one of the cleaner breakups I've had. We both recognize that this is not working and we can't do this. We got to go on our own separate ways. It was hard. We loved each other. He was a really special person. And overall, Hunter is proud Dominic was her first partner in the public eye. As she put it, he saw me exactly as who I was, which was amazing. And I think, you know what? The way I look at it, I want to give him kudos. And then I'm going to read him. First, the kudos. The kudos on the fact that as a first cisgender straight identifying male who dates a trans woman and didn't give a fuck about what society and everybody was saying, he's like, you know what? I see through this person. I see beyond the label, which, people are always so quick. Oh, if you date a trans woman, oh, you like men, or you're gay, or you're this, or you're that. And it's like, child, if you ain't, don't knock it till you try it. And number two, don't start trying to come out here and putting your qualms and your beliefs or whatever the case is and your bigotry on this person when you don't know them. It's like they work together on a show, which is all about sex, drugs, and all the other stuff in between, and was exploring the nuances of trans dating, a trans girl when she was having sex with a man who was married. Remember, what's his name from Grey's Anatomy, who was hunching boys, Jacob Elordi's father on the show. He was out here hunching men. He was doing trans girls. He was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Child, that whole season was a cackle. Was a key. But anyway, so I'm screaming. I read Honest. He said, Dominic isn't cute to me. He looks homeless. I was like, you know what? He is kind of cute in a dirty bum, like his balls might be a little sweaty kind of way. I don't know. I have weird taste when it comes to guys. Like there's something remotely like Tim, I forgot like a phrase that a friend of mine uses where he talks about unconventionally attractive is like the term that he would use. He's got an unconventional sense of attraction to him. But here's the thing: when you look at well, she said that he's like he's the first is straight identifying man, but I see that Robert saying is he bi or pan? I remember he caused controversy saying I want Amber Heard. He said rhymes with turd to hit him and cut him. Yeah, he realized I guess that's not cool to say she's hot anymore. So um I feel like, you know what, at least he was open and honest about it because there'd be a lot of guys out here that do date trans girls or interested in getting with a trans woman, and y'all always want to keep them as your secret. Like that candy song. You're my little secret. That's why we should keep it, or how we should keep it. But anyway, so y'all want people to keep him as a secret. And it's like, you know what? At least he was open enough and honest enough to do that. And I feel like maybe it's the younger generation. They don't care. They don't go by the labels. They don't care about all the other stuff. But I'm thinking maybe what the cheating came from was insecurity. It could have been that people was in his ear, people making comments, and then, you know, when you're a rock star, you got girls throwing themselves at you and he's touring and performing and stuff. So, you know, you got that what's the word? You have all that temptation. So it could have been a lot of things. And I know that that's probably, you know, it could be extra hurtful because you're someone who is this is your first real relationship. And when this is your first relationship, that's gonna be kind of that would definitely hurt. That always hurts the most because it's like you've opened yourself up with that sort of thing. But I say this all to say, you know what, Hunter, I'm glad you came out and spoke your piece. You told us why your whole relationship, you know, dissipated. And you know what? I'm glad that you realize that that is not your cross to bear. That it's like I've made peace with my situation. I realized whatever the cheating happened, it had nothing to do with me. There was some issues that he was probably dealing with that he wasn't willing to face. And the fact of the matter is, maybe I believe there was a lot of people in his ear, especially being in the public eye. You know, a lot of people prefer that you keep trans people, you know, on the low and on the hush and that sort of thing, and don't want you speaking out of term in regards to that. So I say all this to say, what do y'all think of this story? Whatever y'all believe or don't believe, let me know in the comments down below.